We did it! Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald is the 10th installment of the Wizarding World franchise, the second installment of the Fantastic Beast franchise, and as of this date, is the latest of both franchises. I remember when this movie first came out in, I think it was 2017 or 2018. I remember fans and critics were sort of up in the air about it. Some people loved it, some people hated it, most thought it was just okay. And if you ask most people what they think of it nowadays, they leaned more towards the I don't like it end of the spectrum. Which is where I differ, which is to say, I actually do enjoy this movie. Is it my favorite Wizarding World movie? No. Do I think it's better than the first Fantastic Beasts film? Well, let's start the movie and we'll answer that at the end. So the movie opens with, let's be honest here, a pretty freaking awesome action sequence as the dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald, played by Johnny Depp, is being transferred from the American Wizarding World we saw in the first film. And the following escape sequence is amazing, involving polyjuice deceptions, multiple lightning storms manipulated to strike enemies, and James Newton Howard's incredible score, which will not be the first time I bring that point up as a highlight of the film. We then cut to Newt Scamander at the Ministry of Magic. There he runs into his childhood friend, Leta Lestrange, played by Zoe Kravitz. After growing up at Hogwarts together and looking out for one another, the two grew a powerful bond over the years. So of course she's now engaged to his brother. When the Ministry is alerted that Credence from the first film has survived his execution, Newt refuses to take part in tracking him down. But after a young Dumbledore, played by Jude Law, convinces him to track down Credence for him, Newt agrees. But not before he heads home and is reintroduced to Jacob and Queenie, aka the best part of the last movie, and one of the best parts of this movie. After revealing that the mind wipe didn't work on Jacob because it only wipes bad memories, and Jacob didn't really have any bad memories. Okay. It's then revealed that Queenie actually drugged Jacob in order for them to get married. After Newt snaps him out of it, Jacob and Queenie actually have a really heartbreaking fight, and I really do feel their chemistry in this film. But during this fight, Queenie lets it slip that Tina is tracking Credence down and has located him to Paris, where Newt and Jacob follow. In Paris, we see Tina track Credence to a magical circus where he's made friends with Nagini, Voldemort's future pet snake, played by Claudia Kim, and the two escape both their capturers at the circus and Tina. Why is Nagini a human in this movie? J.K. Rowling reasons. Why is Credence still in this movie? Well, because he's trying to find his lineage, since in the first film, he was just an orphan. And if I'm being honest, I'm going to give you two reasons why I don't care. One, because they have the worst chemistry in the entire movie, and two, this entire movie is all story-based. I mean, the connections between the characters in the movie are good, but god damn, there's just so much story and lore packed into just 2 hours of film. And don't get me wrong, I love lore in my fantasy movie, but for anyone who doesn't like lore in their fantasy film, they're gonna get bored and probably fall asleep within the first 20 minutes of the film. Anyway, after failing to find Tina and losing Jacob, Queenie has a massive panic attack in the middle of Paris, her being a telepath and all. But she's saved when she's given comfort and shelter by Grindelwald's followers, himself convincing her that they want the same thing: freedom. After Tina, Newt, Leta, and Jacob reunite with one another, they see, along with the rest of the Wizarding World, Grindelwald's invitation for a rally in the Lestrange Mausoleum. Here, every single character from the movie gathers: Newt, Tina, Queenie, Jacob, Leta, and Credence. Yes, throughout this entire movie, there has been the lingering question of who Credence's true family is, with all evidence leading to the conclusion that he is the long-lost brother of Lita, but it turns out not to be true, as Lita confesses that her brother actually died at sea. Switching him with another child when her baby brother wouldn't shut up, they were separated and the actual estranged brother died when the lifeboat carrying him capsized. So all of our main characters gather at the rally surrounded by tons and tons of pure-blooded wizards when out comes Grindelwald. And I'm not gonna lie, for the next 5 minutes, or pretty much until the end of this movie, Johnny Depp owns every single second. And I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like Grindelwald more than Voldemort. I like him more because, well, I can actually see people following Grindelwald. Voldemort always had the domineering, sure, but also very creepy air about him that I just can't see garnering true loyalty. Grindelwald, on the other hand, is not only charismatic, not only shown to be a master manipulator, but his motives of supremacy can actually be historically understood when he shows his followers at the rally that if they don't rise up soon, in the coming years, World War II will happen. When faced with the threat of a second world war after just finishing the first one, maybe Grindelwald's plight for a wizard supremacy could garner some genuine loyalty. And after an Auror kills one of his followers in self-defense, that pretty much seals the deal for most of the people at that rally outside of our main characters. So the rally members flee the scene as Grindelwald casts Protego Diabolica, a ring of fire where only those loyal to him may enter, and the rest will be burned alive. After killing almost every single Auror there, and Credence walks through the flames unburnt, Jacob and Queenie fight once more, and Queenie steps into the flames without a single scratch on her. I have my problems with this movie for sure, but this scene, along with James Newton Howard's euphoric score, makes this moment so emotional. Made all the more emotional when Lita steps out of the shadows and sacrifices herself so that Grindelwald's spell can run out of his control. Ah, a morally good Slytherin! Take it away! Take it away! So Grindelwald and his followers escape the tombs, and what's left of our main cast stop the spell from possibly burning Paris to the ground, winning this moment but losing the day. Returning to Hogwarts to reconvene with Dumbledore, Newt reveals that his Niffler smuggled a blood pact out of Grindelwald's possession, the pact revealed to be the only reason why Albus could never move against him. But wait! There's more! After gifting Credence with his own wand, Grindelwald finally reveals Credence's lineage. You see, it was stated earlier that a phoenix would come to any Dumbledore in need. And it just so happens that in a couple scenes before, Credence was shown to be taking care of a baby bird. The bird erupts into flames, growing into a phoenix when it's revealed that Credence's real name is Aurelius Dumbledore. What a twist! A twist that kind of makes no sense was revealed by J.K. Rowling that it might not even be true, and instead of ending the movie on a, oh, what a twist, really ends the movie on a, wait, what? And that was Crimes of Grindelwald, a movie that divided the fan base when it first came out, became sour in the fan base nowadays, and a movie that I for sure have plenty of problems with. But overall, it's fine. Most of the problems come from just how much story is crammed into this movie. There are so many characters, storylines, and motivations that are supposed to be explored, but because the movie's only 2 hours long, most of everything feels crammed in, somewhat rushed, sometimes forgotten about, and often full of plot holes. But I still kind of liked it. I do absolutely love these characters, and the chemistry that the actors share is great. The action sequences are surprisingly awesome, the music is actually amazing, and maybe it's just the nerd in me, but I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't interested in all of the lore that this movie had to offer. It's a very flawed movie, and I can understand why most don't like it. I'm just not one of those people. I'm going to give Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald a B. We finally did it! Next week is Secrets of Dumbledore. Oh, the anticipation that has been building in me over the past couple months. Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. And don't forget to click subscribe and click the bell icon down below to stay up to date on all things movie, all things TV, all things nerd.